First of all, we're going to talk about extraordinary visa. So I want to know that who are eligible for applying extraordinary visa?
Okay, before I get to that question, let me give you some data, what's
Sure.
happening with the US immigration system. As you know, every time we have change in the government, policy changes. Republican, Democrats, they have different stands on where they lean on immigration. Some are a little liberal, some are not. So, just looking at Bangladesh report alone, every year, more than 15,000 people are getting green cards. Different ways. EB1 extraordinary use, family petitions, employment sponsorship, asylum
Student
seekers,
scholarship.
correct, all these categories. And every year, about 10 plus thousands Bangladeshi nationals are becoming US citizens. I'm just looking at 2021 data in front of me, and it shows, except during COVID time, the people of Bangladesh coming to the US and becoming a permanent residence holder and permanent resident means green card holder and or converting it to citizenship has been increasing every year under different categories. So EB1 is one of the categories that some people can be qualified for. So I would be happy to talk more about it if you have other follow up on this.
Sure. If I ask specifically, if I want to go to USA through an extraordinary visa, what should I do?
Okay. So there are several ways. For you, let's say you are a journalist, you could be eligible for I visa for the purpose of journalism. That is different, which is a non-immigrant visa, which is temporary. You come here for the certain time, do the reportings and stay here few years and can be renewed. So that's one. But when I say extraordinary EB1A, US system has created types of visa for successful people in their country. It could be in any country. And the US wants them here in the US so they can contribute in the art, economy, science, technology, business, sports, everywhere. So they can file for themselves. No employer needed. All you have to prove is that you have been top in your field, in your area, have done a lot of work. Could be journalism, could be entertainment, could be science, could be technology, could be sports in any area. So the government has done this. Government allows those people to stay here, and it has happened in the past. For example, let's say ex-First Lady Melania Trump was under EB1 in the US. Same way, a lot of scientists, technology people, a lot of entertainment, business, they all are exploring this option. And I know personally a lot of people are taking advantage of this benefit from Bangladesh as well.
What kind of documents we need to apply for this kind of visa?
Perfect. Remember, this is only for certain people who have achieved higher recognition in the field. And those people have to prove, they have been widely known. They have contributed significantly in a specific area. Let's talk about in sports. I'm giving an example for a sports field.
Sure.
Let's say a cricketer, for example. I'm just giving you an example. Has played for the national team or football team, national team, have participated in national games outside and inside the country, and they have been published in national level of newspaper, and public recognize them as like celebrity type of status when they are doing so good, and they have contributed significantly in the sports in the country, and they are very successful in their field. So there are documentation to prove these things. Maybe they have been invited as a chief guest. They are widely newspaper publication. They have contributed significantly for the national team or the local team, all these things. They have been, if let's say, writer or critics. They have been judged for the others' book reviews and commentaries, researchers. So there are several ways of proving that. The bottom line is the main thing is they are very successful in their own field, and those people can be eligible for a U.S. Residency, and the government welcomes them because they will be contributing to the U.S. economy one way or the other way.
I want to add something. If they need to be approved by the government of USA, is there any need for any kind of invitation letter or anything else?
Well, technically, you don't need an invitation letter. Okay,
Okay.
so if let's say, for example, let's talk about you. You are a very, let's say you are a very known journalist, for example, and you
Okay.
have been in the industry for a long time, for example, and you are in Bangladesh. Let's say if you want to, okay, I want to explore my opportunity in the US and I want to move there on a permanent basis. So you can actually apply from Bangladesh. You don't have to come here.
Okay.
So you don't even need to visa to come here. And once this is approved from here, the US, you can get the interview at the US embassy. And my experience is that we have done that in the past. But in the last couple of years during COVID and all these things, the embassy has been very slow. Particularly US embassy in Bangladesh has been very slow
Yes.
scheduling interviews, appointments, all these things that we have experienced and a lot of people have experienced. That also applies in India too. India has also same problem and in other countries.